Okay. So the sway test is a very simplified method of muscle testing, and it is not that you are asking your body questions. It's that you are using your body as a dowsing rod or a pendulum between what your soul wants you to tune into and what your brain is telling you to do. When they're not on the same page, your body suffers. So to use the sway test, if you're feeling tired, okay, or exhausted or sick, ask your body, is that mine? Is that my tired? So body, the tired that I'm feeling right now, is it mine? Apparently not. So could I let it go? Apparently I could. Ooh, that's cool. Now, would I let it go? Yes. But if your body said no, I want you to think of these questions that I'm giving you. Like me holding this pen, okay? I'm holding this pen and I can drop it. Gravity works. Look at that. That was easy. You can drop or shift your emotions that quickly. Interesting, eh? Now, the invitation is, could I let this go? And your body will give you a yes or no. The question is, I could, but would I? And sometimes, I don't know if you can tell, but my fingers suddenly got really hard because maybe not. Maybe if I drop this pen, it'll leave ink on my white carpets, or it'll blow up, or I'll forget it's there and trip over it, or whatever reasons or fantasies you want to make up about this. Let's look at that emotions that were triggered yesterday, okay? The energy of waiting and wanting. I want something. My head has decided that I want all of you to be dragon empaths instead of learning fledgling unicorns. And I now have an intention on this, and I want it to happen now. And I'm getting impatient because the filming isn't going the way I wanted it to. What else can I do here? Can I get myself really upset? Of course I can. Do I need to get myself upset? Not really. Is it fueling me? Is it giving me the passion to, I don't know, change something? Then why would I want to get upset? It's really, really important for you to pay attention or heed the way the energy fluctuates. Because I could have just gone into a spiral right now. And instead, I stepped back. I looked at what that roller coaster looks like and started listening and definitely feeling. And it's kind of cool because I can see myself on Zoom. So I saw the physical changes in me. Normally I'd say I taste energy, but maybe I did. Maybe it was sort of a metallic taste or something like, ew. Have you ever touched a penny or licked a penny and it has that bleh, coppery flavor? Kind of like that. You can use all of those receptors to gauge where you are. All it needs is for you to step out for a moment, put your hand on your heart, your hand on your belly, drop out of this crazy brain that ignores everything and just follows its own agenda, and tune in. Ooh, my body's going off to the side. What does that mean? So body, do you have a message for me? Apparently. Am I forgetting to say something that you would like us to convey right now? No, that's not it. Oh, I just had a hit. This morning, did you wake up and do your cortices? Take that 60 seconds. You're worth 60 seconds. This is an act of love to you and your body. This is a show of appreciation to you and your body. This is a way of giving yourself choice instead of trying to force or control your body. What happens to a kid when you try and control them? They resist. They dig in their heels and they stop. And they don't do what you want them to do. Your body can be pretty childish like that too. And there's no judgment on that. So let's reframe that. Your body can be very childlike. And if you're not listening and you're trying to force, it's going to resist. When we inhale and go and force, we're not relaxing. When you inhale and go, the whole body relaxes. There's a difference between a big, hard blow and a soft, gentle sigh. By letting the air run past your vocal cords, your shoulders relax, your spine relaxes, your hips come into alignment. Anytime you're sick or sore, it's because you're in tension. Your body is your GPS. We need to listen to it again. If you feel like hurting yourself or cutting yourself or grabbing a cigarette or something, you're out of alignment. Your body is now trying to get you to feel what you're denying yourself. Interesting, eh? Your body is your best friend, just for today, well, and tomorrow, and the next day, and the next couple of weeks, and, well, maybe the rest of your life. Tune in. Listen. There is nowhere that we're going so fast in such a hurry that we have to have such a tight agenda for that you can't do this. You can do this walking. Okay, you can do this sitting down. You can do this lying down as you fall asleep. You can do this standing at a bus stop. You can do this standing at the checkout at the grocery store. You can do it sitting on the toilet. You can do it standing at the stove. Really? Tune in. Tune in to these 80 trillion cells that are your host. Because if your host is tense, you can't connect to your higher self. You can't connect to your intuition because your force field, your energy field is contracted and tight. The only way to tune into your empathic abilities and use them as a superpower is to relax and expand. And you may not be relaxed all day. Life happens, okay? Drama happens. It's almost like the universe tests us. Let's see how relaxed you can stay for how long. But 60 seconds here, 30 seconds here, 10 seconds here, just doing this while something's going on. Yawning, breathing. Oh, look at that. I just rebooted my entire central nervous system and I'm relaxed. That feels so much better. Don't you like to feel better? Pay attention. It's in your nature to do that. As an empath, you naturally tune into everybody's stuff, their energy frequencies, their vibrations, and it doesn't have to feel like an attack. It doesn't have to feel heavy. You don't have to hide into a box. I need you to expand that out, expand that out, expand that out. Remember yesterday at the end of the videos, I'd go, yes, 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 yes. Have any of you seen the Jim Carrey movie, Yes Man? Okay, this was a very depressed person. He lived in his house. He was secluding himself from his friends. He didn't even want to go to work anymore because of some romantic breakup or something. And then he went to a seminar and they said, just say yes. And he got himself into some interesting predicaments and had the time of his life and started feeling joy again. That energy of yes, yes, yes is so much more expansive than no, no. Ugh, no is heavy. When we started the terrible twos, they were wonderful, empowering twos for 2-year-olds because a 2-year-old doesn't know they're different than mommy and daddy. So by saying no, they're putting up boundaries. They're testing their energy field. They're seeing where they begin and someone else begins by testing someone else's energy and finding out where they are. But the unfortunate thing about being a child is that when we're born into a family situation, whether it's poverty or abuse or addictions or, I don't know, illness, we shrink our energy down to the energy that our parents have or our siblings have or the apartment building has, or the town has, and we think that's normal. Today, I want you to practice busting out of normal. All right? So can we do this? Hand on heart, hand on belly. Body, I love you. Oh, look at that. It's moving forward. Maybe it's telling me she loves me too. I don't know. Body, I appreciate you. Thank you. Body, the nervousness I'm feeling right now, is it mine? Oh, apparently not. Okay, but I felt something of nervousness. Body, I don't know what to ask you right now. That's too funny. Put some of your questions below that you are testing your body on. If it's closer to lunch or dinner when you're watching this, or if there is a sensation or feeling, I want you to ask, is it mine? And let your body tell you with either a sway forward for a yes or a sway backwards for a no. And you don't have to do anything about it. Just notice, just observe, take out the judgment of it being a good emotion or a bad emotion. None of these are bad emotions. These lower scale here, anger, desire, fear, grief, apathy, guilt, they're not negative. They're just slow, low, vibrating. And for me, they're not that comfortable. So if I feel one of these, I ask my body, oh, is that mine? And she'll say no. Or if I have an ache and a pain in my hip or my sciatica or my knee or something, I ask, hey, body, is that mine? And it may say, yes, it is. And then I can ask new questions like, interesting that I have that sensation. Truth. Is it mine? No. So was my head getting in the game, or did I have that sensation for such a long time that my body thought, yeah, this is normal. This is just what you're made of. To me, it shows that there is an energy that's stuck or hooked into something. So what an interesting point of view that I have that point of view. Now that's a powerful question for you to use. When somebody is telling you their point of view and it's making you feel really heavy and you feel really dumped on and you're feeling like, oh, I don't, like yesterday, that would have been a good thing to ask yourself over and over. What an interesting point of view that she has that point of view. What an interesting point of view that I have that point of view. You don't have to say it out loud, but you say it as a mantra. And that way, that person can keep dumping on you, but it's washing off of you because you're not buying into it. You're not defending it. You're not arguing with it. It's just like, oh, isn't that interesting? Another good question for you to ask is, what else is possible? It makes your mind be the observer and allows your mind to start looking for what else is possible. Or how can it get any better than that? Again, the mind latches onto that. Instead of going through the old hamster wheel stories and everything that's there, it looks for what's better, what's more fun, what's more positive. So use the sway test today and ask yourself these questions. Is this mine? What an interesting point of view that you have that point of view. Or a negative thought, an interesting point of view that I had that interesting point of view. Our memories are like little flips and sparks of neurology as lymph flows through your veins and blood and everything else happens in the body. These little things get jostled and they, like the light bulb, they turn on and you have a memory. 89,000 a day times 7 to 10. And a lot of these are just things that you pick up. What if we are just a satellite dish or an antenna for picking up everybody else's thoughts? So if you're picking up everybody's heavy, like a radio station, you can pick up everybody's happy, light, confident, joy. It's about tuning in, taking a step back and going, oh, wasn't that interesting? Is that mine? And the body will talk to you, however it was. Mine just went around in a circle because really I'm not focusing on any thought. I'm trying to impart information right now. So hang on to those and go about the next little while of your day.